Slippy, the ice cream man's here for you, with sprinkles of fear and a twisted scoop, too.
The swinging doors creaked, announcing Slippy's arrival. He was a spectre in a stained apron, his shadowed face a canvas of past sins. The air hung heavy with the scent of spilled beer and broken dreams. It was a familiar aroma. Slippy slid onto the bar stool, his weary sigh swallowed by the dim saloon. "Whiskey," he rasped, his voice a gravelly echo of its former self. The bartender, a man with eyes older than his years, nodded curtly. The amber liquid splashed into the glass, a fleeting solace in Slippy's tumultuous world. He took a long gulp, the burn a welcome distraction from the icy tendrils of his past. Each sip chipped away at the wall of amnesia, revealing fragmented memories that left him gasping for air. He was a jigsaw puzzle with missing pieces, a melody with forgotten notes. The whiskey offered temporary oblivion, a chance to forget the man he was and the sins he couldn't recall. But the truth, like the burn in his throat, lingered long after the drink was gone. Guilt gnawed at Slippy's insides. It was a phantom pain, a constant reminder of a past shrouded in darkness. He knew he had hurt someone he loved. The name Sandy surfaced in his mind, bringing with it a wave of nausea and regret. His hands, gnarled and scarred, trembled as he reached for his glass. They were the hands of a sinner, he thought, stained with the indelible marks of his transgression. The whispers of his past echoed in the clinking ice, taunting him with fragmented images of a woman with fiery hair and eyes filled with love that he had betrayed. He remembered flashes of their life together, her laughter, her touch, her unwavering devotion, and then the darkness, the rage, the searing pain that had become his constant companion. What had he done? Slippy slammed the glass down, the sound echoing his inner turmoil. His reflection in the tarnished mirror stared back, a stranger with haunted eyes and a face etched with suffering. He was a prisoner of his own making, trapped in a cell of forgotten sins. No hope. The town's name was a cruel irony, a constant reminder of the life Slippy had left behind. He had arrived a stranger, his past a whispered rumour in the wind. The townsfolk, with their wary eyes and pursed lips, had welcomed him with a silence that spoke volumes. Their judgment hung in the air like a shroud, suffocating him with its unspoken accusations. Slippy felt their stares prickling his skin, branding him with an invisible scarlet letter. He was an outsider, a pariah in a town that held no solace for the tormented. The buildings, weathered and worn, seemed to lean in on him, their dilapidated facades mirroring his own fractured state. Even the sun seemed reluctant to shine on no hope, casting long shadows that whispered secrets Slippy couldn't decipher. Each day was a slow descent into despair, a constant battle against the ghosts of his past and the judgment of a town that offered no forgiveness. Slippy sought refuge in his one remaining sanctuary, the ice cream parlour, a small beacon of sweetness in a bitter world. Section 4. The Elusive Flavour. The ice cream parlour was Slippy's haven, a pastel-coloured sanctuary where the air was thick with the aroma of vanilla and hope. It was here, amidst the whirring of the ice cream churn and the clinking of spoons, that he found a semblance of peace. Ice cream was his only solace, his one remaining connection to a past he couldn't fully recall. He pored over his recipe book, his fingers tracing the faded ink with a reverence usually reserved for holy scriptures. Each recipe was a fragment of his past, a tantalizing clue to the man he once was. But one flavour eluded him, haunting his dreams like a siren's call, a symphony of flavours he could almost taste but couldn't quite grasp. It was a flavour inextricably linked to Sandy, he was sure of it. He could almost hear her laughter as she savoured each spoonful, feel her hand in his, her touch a distant memory. The elusive recipe became his obsession, a culinary enigma he was determined to solve. Night after night he experimented with different ingredients, his hands moving with a frantic energy. pistachio and rose water, honey and lavender, salted caramel and burnt sugar. He tried them all, desperate to recreate that one perfect flavor that held the key to his redemption. Section 5. Decoding the Past. Each failed attempt chipped away at Slippy's sanity. The notebook, once a source of comfort, became a cruel tormentor, mocking him with its cryptic instructions and faded scribbles. The ingredients, once familiar allies, now felt like foreign adversaries, their flavors refusing to cooperate with his increasingly desperate attempts. He saw clues in every swirl of the spatula, every churn of the machine. The melting ice cream mirrored his own dissolving composure. His dreams were haunted by swirling concoctions, each one more bizarre and unsettling than the last. The townsfolk, ever watchful, whispered about his erratic behavior, their suspicions growing with each passing day. They saw the madness creeping into his eyes, the desperation etched on his scarred face. Slippy was a ticking time bomb, and they were all too aware of the potential for disaster. He became a recluse in his own pastel-colored prison, the sweet aroma of failure clinging to him like a shroud. The ice cream parlor, once his haven, was now a battleground where he grappled with his demons and the ghosts of his past. Section 6. The recipe's missing ingredient. The obsession consumed Slippy. Sleep became a luxury he could no longer afford. His eyes, bloodshot and wild, darted around the ice cream parlor, searching for answers in the melting swirls of his failed creations. The recipe book lay open on the counter, its pages stained with tears of frustration and flecks of forgotten ingredients. One night, as the moon cast an eerie glow over No Hope, Slippy stumbled upon a faded notation in the margin of the recipe. It was barely visible, a whisper from the past written in a hand he vaguely recognized as his own. "A touch of fire," it read, "to ignite the soul." The words struck him like a bolt of lightning. Fire, of course. It was the missing ingredient, the catalyst that would unlock the secrets of the past and lead him to redemption. A manic grin spread across Slippy's face, illuminating his scarred features with an unsettling glee. He had found the answer, the final piece of the puzzle that would set him free. But Slippy, consumed by his obsession, had misinterpreted the message. The fire wasn't a spice, a flavor, or a culinary technique. It was a metaphor, a symbol of the passion that had once fueled his love for Sandy and his craft. But in his madness he saw it as a literal instruction, a desperate measure to reclaim his lost past. Slippy struck a match, believing the fire would bring back what he had lost. The flames quickly spread, consuming the parlor and everything in it. Slippy, caught in the inferno, realized too late the true meaning of the recipe's words. As the parlor burned to the ground, so did the last remnants of his sanity and dreams.